Are you crazy? If they're about to drill into her arm, I'm not trying to have them drill into me or you. We're about to be out. Alright, so let's talk about what happened when we got to Rome in Italy. So, we ended up having to go to Rome a day and a half early due to unforeseen circumstances, which means we had no place to stay in Rome, so we decided that we would just go to Rome, try to walk around to the Colosseum during the day, and then when it got a little bit later, we would just take the train to the airport and then just stay at the airport at our gate for the next 10 hours and then just chill and wait for our flight. That didn't really go as planned because on the way to Rome, we happened to meet another couple who was traveling in Rome as well, and we made friends with them. Seeing as though we made friends with them, we decided that we would just hang out together during that time where we're like, we'll just stay in Rome and see the Colosseum. Well, this couple actually had a little hostel that they were renting out right up the street from the terminal. So they're like, oh, well, you know, we've been here for about a day or two and we've already seen everything, so we'll just take you guys around and we'll show you everything. So we're like, this is perfect. So after we met the couple, they had to go and take care of a few things for like an hour or so, and they're like, okay, well, we'll come back and meet you guys in an hour and then we'll show you around Rome while you wait to go to the airport. At this time, we decided that we would check our luggage because we had our luggage with us and we didn't want to have to carry it around all of Rome. So they have like temporary places where you can check your bags. So we went and checked our bags for the time being, and we had to be back to this bag checking place by like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I think it was, in order for us to get our bags, because after that they close for the night and then they don't open back up till the next morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Pay attention because that bit of information I just gave you is very important. So we check our bags and we're waiting to meet our new friend. So we finally meet back up and then they take us and we walk all around Rome. We see the Colosseum, we see a bunch of fountains, we eat some food. It was a good time all around. So we get hungry, so we decide we're going to go to this pizza place and grab some pizza. So we're eating and we're chilling and we're eating the pizza and we're like, oh snap, we have like 10 minutes to get to the bag checking place so that we can get our bags and be out. Well, it's like 10 minutes from getting our bags, but we're like a good 25 minutes away from traveling to get our bags because we had just walked that far. Needless to say, we did not make it to get our bags in time, which left us with having to find somewhere to stay in Rome overnight for the next 8 hours. The couple that we had met, they felt bad for us and they're like, you know what, we don't really care. We'll just stay up with you guys the entire night until 6 o'clock till you get our bags, and we'll just like find stuff to do around there. Like, because we really didn't plan on going to sleep tonight either. And we're like, really? You guys are going to stay up the whole night? And they're like, yeah, we'll find something to do. So this is when we started finding for places to go to. Like, there were really no clubs open. There weren't really too many bars open. So we got we're just roaming around the city and just, you know, just goofing off and having a good time. We ended up finding this little bar that we were able to get a few drinks at and dance. This is the bar right here. I do not drink. I'm not one who has ever liked to drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol, but when I'm out on vacation, I will have a drink with Boo because he likes when I drink with him. I don't know what for, because literally when I take 2 sips, I'm done. But whatever the case, I got a drink. I drank like this much and I was literally done. Cue video and do not laugh.
So it's our last day here in Italy. Somehow we ended up at a bar.
And Peach is even drinking.
Look how much I didn't drink. I drank this much, and my whole face is numb. I did not drink at all. Just by us conversating with complete strangers, we've been able to meet new friends and have a great time. This is how you vacation and be adventurous, enjoying our time here. So, cheers.
That is me when I have this much alcohol. I'm a lightweight. Which when I tell people, they're like, you are so lucky. And I'm like, no. Nope, I hate it. I hate the way I feel. It takes over my body. I don't like it. Please. So we're at this bar and we end up talking to the bouncer the entire night because he was just a really cool bouncer. So we're talking to him. The girl who were with the couple, she just wandered off. Mind you, at this point, everybody had had a couple drinks except for me because I don't like really alcohol. But everybody had like a couple shots and a couple drinks all at the same time. So by this time, everybody is like feeling great. So the girl wandered off. We didn't know really where she went. Babe was like, all right, boo, I'm going to go look for her and make sure she's okay because her husband was so tipsy. We wasn't even worried about where she was at. So boo was like trying to take care of both of them. And I'm just keeping an eye on the scene. He ends up finding her downstairs in the basement. So he comes upstairs with her and he's whispering in my ear. He's like, babe, we gotta go. It's some ish going on downstairs. They had some girl downstairs. There was 3 men around her. They had a drill and they was about to drill into her arm. And I'm like, what? I never heard no ish like this. So, and he's telling me that there's people that's downstairs about to drill into some girl's arm. Then he wants to be the hero. He's like, babe, we gotta go save her. Like, we can't leave her down there. And I'm like, are you crazy? If they're about to drill into her arm, I'm not trying to have them drill into me or you. We're about to be out. So he's like, nah, babe, it's cool. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna be right back. So I'm like, now he want to be Captain Save-Lo. So now he goes back down in the basement and is like trying to get this girl. So me, I'm like, I'm not about to leave my man down there by himself. So I go down there with him. This kind of sounds like the beginnings of a really bad movie where the black people get killed first, doesn't it? So I go down in the basement and the girl is just in the corner. She's like, mind you, she does not know English at all. She doesn't know English. So he's trying to talk to her through like charades, sign language, and like try to use English words as if she's going to understand. But she's not paying him any mind because she's just crying in the corner. By this time, the men are gone. I don't know where the men went. I don't know where the drill went. I didn't see any evidence of a drill or any kind of drill bits whatsoever. There was no blood. The girl was fine. She was just in the corner crying. And babe is like, you can come with us. Like, you can leave with us. You want to come with us? Like, you can leave. So the girl finally, I guess she understood him. So she's like shaking her head, yeah, like she wanted to leave with us, like wiping her nose with the tissue, and then she just roams into the bathroom. So after that, I'm like, okay, babe, well, it's clear that she does not want to come with us. Like, let her be. She wants to be here. And anyway, I think that man who was going to drill into her arm was probably her boyfriend because I did see those two together because he described what the man looked like and she was booed up with him earlier that night. So I think they were together. So I'm trying to convince Boo to leave this girl alone. Like, you can't save everybody and this is not our country. We can't speak the language. It ain't our place to be trying to save nobody here. Like, Boo has a big heart and I appreciate that, but tonight was not the night. I was trying to get out of that place. Finally, we just leave and he's all upset because he's like, oh, I don't want nothing to happen to her. And I'm like, babe, what can we do? We tried to help. Like, you really did try your best. So we need to get the couple back home because they are trashed. And I mean, they are trashed. The husband ended up throwing up downstairs because he was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. So he goes downstairs. I'm showing him where the bathroom is. As he's walking down the steps, throw up comes out everywhere. Throw up here, throw up there. The poor guy. I felt so bad. So finally, he makes it into the bathroom. And in those bathrooms, the toilet is right there and the door just opens. So he happens to go into the bathroom and he just whips it out. And I turn around like, okay, don't really want to see that. So he's going to the bathroom and throwing up at the same time. Boo ended up coming downstairs and then the owner of the bar came downstairs too. So we're like apologizing to the owner because there's throw up everywhere. So the owner is calling somebody to come get a bucket and a mop to come clean up the guy's throw up. So the guy comes out of the bathroom and he's like has toilet paper and napkins and he's like trying to clean up his own throw up. The guy who was cleaning it up was like, no, you go. So eventually we just end up leaving. So now it's me and Boo who are sober and Guy and the girl who are trashed. So good thing we know where they live at. We walked them to their hostel and we took them upstairs and literally put them in bed. We pulled the covers back, made them both get in bed, put them back in bed, and then we left out. Thank goodness we are good people because should we have been people who like to steal or do bad things, they would have been SOL because we could have just robbed them for everything they wanted. And in my head the whole time, I'm like, you guys got so drunk with people you don't even know? Like, who does that? But maybe it's just because we're just so trusting. I don't know. Maybe we just kind of give off that vibe because we are good people. So anyways, we tuck them in and we leave out of their building because there was nowhere for us to stay in there because it was literally like 4 hostel rooms and then a small kitchen. There was nowhere for me and Boo to even stay in there. So we leave out and we get on the streets and we're like, what do we do now? Because at this point it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and we still have 4 hours to go until it's time for us to go and get our bags from the baggage place. So at this point, like, the excitement has worn off because we're like, yeah, we don't really know where to go. Our tour guides are drunk and in bed, and mind you, we didn't even have any more euros because we had spent all of our euros the day before. So we had no money, we had no place to stay, and we didn't know anywhere around Rome because they were showing us everywhere to go. So the only little vicinity area that we knew was around the Rome terminal itself. Oh yeah, also the terminal was closed because we tried to go back into the terminal and we couldn't even get in, so we were left to the streets. So there was a McDonald's that was about 4 doors down from the bar that we had just came from. So we're like, all right, cool, we'll just stay in the McDonald's. So we go into McDonald's and we're sitting in the corner and Boo is slowly falling asleep as the hours are ticking away. The security guard comes up and it was like, hey, you can't sleep here, and he kept like bugging us, like I guess because we didn't keep buying food and we were just sitting there. So eventually we got kicked out of McDonald's with nowhere to go. At this point, it's like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we still have 3 hours to go. With no place to go, no hotel room, we don't even know where there is a hotel, and even if there was a hotel, we didn't have money to get it, and even if we did have money to get it, why would we get it? Because we were only going to be in there for like 3 hours anyway. So we're like, F it. We just gonna find like some like little reclusive spot in a ducky spot somewhere, sit down and chill and just wait for 6 o'clock to come. But again, we didn't really want to roam too far away because it's Rome, and when in Rome and you don't know where you're at, you don't roam around. So we stayed near the terminal and, you know, we see a couple bums sitting up against the window. This is what the area looks like. I guess that's where they stay, so we're just like, we just want to sit down here with the bums and chill because they seem to be kind of peaceful even though they're bums, but ain't nobody bothering them. So I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. Like, we're out in the open, we're under the lights, nobody's going to bother us right here. Like, and if they did, that would be crazy because we're literally out in the open. So we sat right down, right in this spot right here. That is where we laid for the next 3 hours. Boo fell asleep while I stayed up and watched our surroundings and make sure we were all right. And it was the weirdest thing because people were walking by looking at us and then looking at the bums, looking at us and then looking at the bums, and they were looking like, you guys are sitting down with the bums, but you don't look like bums, so are you really bums? I mean, I embraced the lifestyle for the next 3 hours. I was cool with it. Like, nobody was bothering us if I was a bum. Yeah, I was a bum on the streets of Rome. I'm cool with that. So the 3 hours passed and we ended up getting our bags and we made our way to the airport. So that was our interesting night in Rome and how we slept on the streets of Rome. That was the best time we had in Italy. We had so much fun that night with that couple. And we did exchange phone numbers with them, and I also recorded video of their drunken selves and sent it to them so that they could have a good laugh. However, they failed to respond. So I don't know if they were just embarrassed or if they didn't get the message. I don't know. I haven't heard from them, but I really wish I could keep in touch with them because they were genuinely really cool people, and we are so thankful that they were able to show us around Rome. But yes, we had a ball. It was an experience sleeping on the streets of Rome with the fellow bums. And, you know, if I had to do it all over again, we would definitely do it again because we had so much fun that night. So that was how we slept on the streets of Rome, because when in Rome, you sleep on the goddamn streets like a bum. I got one more story for you guys. It's about the drugs and prostitutes in Italy. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye.